Hannah LoPresto says her driving force in speaking up about what she calls grooming by her high school band director is to create change. She told police he sexually assaulted her on her last day of senior year. A larger police investigation found predatory grooming behavior, though no charges were ever filed in connection with the alleged inappropriate relationships with students. When LoPresto learned that,
they asked me if I had any questions, and immediately my first questions were like, what else can I do? Like, is there anything else I can do?
she got to work researching the law. She wants to require curriculum on consent and sexual abuse prevention and to expand what the Department of Education can investigate, to reduce the burden of proof for having a teaching license revoked, to strengthen laws around mandated reporters, and to make grooming a standalone offense.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
Hannah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
LoPresto met with Republican Representative Peggy Bennett.
It's my favorite kind of legislation to get to the heart of things, especially when it comes to young people and kids.
The co-chair of the House Education Policy Committee is on board working with LoPresto to achieve her goals.
I will fight hard with this. I know Hannah will too. And I know a lot of my colleagues will, because it's an important issue and we need to be addressing it better.
Thank you, Chair Jordan.
Bennett's counterpart on the committee, DFL Representative Sidney Jordan, believes change is possible.
This should never happen to anyone. It shouldn't have happened to this brave individual.
Jordan has worked on legislation around consent and notes the Minnesota Department of Education is currently looking at adopting statewide health standards. She says requiring consent education is on the table.
I've spoken to many students, their parents, educators who are all asking for this. It's not necessarily intuitive what a healthy relationship looks like, especially when you're young, especially if you haven't been taught what a healthy relationship looks like.
Jordan says the draft health standards will have a final public comment period later this year. She says she's committed to keeping kids safe.
I think there's lots of different avenues here. It's always hard to pass legislation. These are ones that are definitely possible, and I think we should look into what she is proposing.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
LoPresto also met with DFL Representative Liz Ryer, who covers Eagan, last year. Ryer told us she thanks Hannah for coming forward in order to protect other kids, and she supports her goals, and says she is currently working on each of these areas in discussion with nonpartisan staff and legislators with expertise in these areas, saying she intends to bring bipartisan legislation in the next session.
Getting here was the ultimate goal, really, to talk to lawmakers and see what's possible and advocate not just for myself, but for all the students that I know experience sexual violence each year.
Jennifer Mayerle, WCCO Investigates.